Good afternoon, everyone. My name is T. You're watching TokYo-Yo Reviews. So I'm glad everybody enjoyed the little Shibuya video. I really enjoyed making it. I'll try to do more stuff like that in the future. You might have seen my post on Instagram. I've actually picked up a head-mounted camera, so you should be seeing some tutorials in the next few days. So get hyped, I guess. Anyway, let's get right into today's review. So today we're going to be talking about yo-yo I've been very, very excited about for a long time. And that is the YoYo Empire Boreas Pro. So is this yo-yo just a total bore, or is it gonna make you a pro at yo-yo? Yeah, this yo-yo. Okay, let's get into it. As you can see, a pretty straight H. You've got the sloped body here, which is becoming a more and more popular design with H shapes, I think. In the cup, you're gonna see that there's the typical YoYo Empire finger spin catch area. And also in the cup, you have this really cool ring, and this is actually stainless steel that is, I don't know how they've got it in here, but it's in the plastic very, very firmly. Not only does it look cool, but it provides a pretty big advantage, which I'll talk about soon. The material is polycarbonate. Now, the other YoYo Empires that I reviewed, the Big Bang and the Tsunami, were both made with palm, but it is blasted, I guess you could call that, or something. It's extremely smooth, smoky looking. Some people would probably compare it to like this Too Sick Pawn. It has that same sort of same frosted look. Very, very stylish and very, very grindable as well. The feel in the hand is extremely comfortable, and because of this rounded little curve here, your finger fits into it quite nicely. No problems with comfort. Catches are very, very nice as well. And the look, I mean, I always say this with YoYo Empire, but like, look at this thing, man. This is so cool. It's really, really stylish. It's really, really unique. Not only do you have the frosted plastic, which just looks amazing, and you can see through it actually here. You can see the finger spin kind of blue color through. You can also see the silver rim around here, which is neat. And again, about that ring, I think it just adds like another flair to a yo-yo that already looks really, really cool. But this is like YoYo Empire through and through. Like, their stuff is so unique and interesting looking. I've gotten quite a few like comments on this. When people see it, they immediately want to know what it is, and they want to see some tricks with it because it just looks that cool. So actually, I had been wanting this yo-yo for a long time. I saw it on Instagram originally. I think YoYo Empire themselves put a picture up of it, and I immediately knew I had to have it. Even among YoYo Empire's yo-yos, which already, as I said, look really cool, this kind of steps it up in the style department. Spin Gear is usually where I get my YoYo Empires, and I asked them, actually, I showed them the pictures while on Instagram, and they said maybe it would be coming in another shipment or another order. We weren't sure if it was like a prototype or not. So eventually I kind of like, you know, I was always checking back, looking for it. And then eventually it showed up on this site called Ozhiriz. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's an Indonesian yo-yo store, and they sell a lot of YoYo Empire. So as soon as I saw it on there, I jumped on it. And you know, the kicker for this thing is that I expected it to be a lot, not just because of the stainless steel ring and the finger spin thing here and like the really cool look and the I guess you could say blasted finish. It's $27.99 USD, which is insane. Again, YoYo Empire killing it with the cost to performance ratio. But anyway, I was well worth the wait. I'd been waiting for it a long time, as I said, and I was just so happy to get it. So let's get into playability now. This thing plays extremely well. The spin time is just fine. For a plastic, it's extremely good. And I think a lot of that is probably the steel rims here. So not only is that kind of like a typical aspect of an H shape to have that heavy rim, but also the stainless steel rings help it spin longer. I've never had a problem with spin dying. It seems to spin just as well as a lot of the metal throws I have. And it's stable too. That's probably due to the extra weight on the rims. I've never had any problem with stability at all. As long as you throw it straight, you're not gonna have a problem. It grinds so beautifully. Just like all of YoYo Empire stuff, you get your finger right in there, it locks in, it just grinds and grinds, and the finish is perfect for it, and the balance is perfect for it. I just love grinds, and actually, as I think I've mentioned before, I started getting way more into grinds because of YoYo Empire. I think I mentioned in my first review, The Big Bang, just how these yo-yos don't particularly make you an expert at them, but they're so accommodating when it comes to grinds that I just found it becoming a trick that I really love doing, and because of them I got better and better at it, if that makes sense. And the finger spins are a total breeze with this, again because of this little catch zone here that a lot of the YoYo Empires have. You can kind of hop, if you get your finger on the edge there, you can kind of hop it up and get your finger in, but as long as you lock it in, there's no problem. Whatever this material is in here, I don't know if it's just aluminum or what, but it really facilitates finger spins well. Yeah. And again, because of the look, it looks really neat when it's finger spinning as well. I just think it's so cool looking. The bearing functions just fine. As you can see, it's a centering bearing. I've never had any problems with it. As is the case with the Big Bang and the Tsunami, it does play loud as well, which I totally don't mind. I think it's kind of like a cool characteristic of the YoYo Empires that they like, the bearings are very present, like, because you can tell when the spin's dying. The response is very reliable. I've never had any problem with the pads snagging. 19mm standard. They look like they're white in here, which, you know, matches the aesthetic of the yo-yo. And as I mentioned, of course, a couple times, you've got the metal rings, which not only add for the stability and spin time, but they just look super cool. They're very nice, polished. So, I don't know, just style for days, you know? I don't know, just overall, I really like this thing. This is the first yo-yo where I've actually been thinking this could be the yo-yo that takes the Big Bang out of my #1 spot, because the Big Bang is amazing. I love the way it looks, I love the way it plays. The spin time is not as long as some other yo-yos, I think because it's all plastic. It does have that extra little ring on the inner cup. I'm not sure if that actually adds weight, but this one spins longer. It looks super cool, really well priced. And even if you don't like finger spins, like I know some people aren't into that, and that's fine, like the thing just looks cool. I mean, look at that thing. Even if you don't like finger spins, it just looks neat. It's got this big blue color in the center here. I think it just looks amazing. So whatever you're getting this for, as I said, it grinds, it finger spins, it spins for a long time, it plays on the string really well. Like, it's just good. It's really good. It's super reliable. Anyway, let's get into the pros and cons of the Boreas Pro. As I mentioned, finger grinds and finger spins are totally a breeze, as is the case with almost every YoYo Empire I've tried. So as long as grinding's your thing, it's gonna be great for you. The style is super cool. Again, the frosted plastic polycarbonate, the metal ring, the blue color, everything about it is really stylish. It just doesn't look like anything else I have, which is really cool. I have some other translucent yo-yos like the Gargantua and the Skyva, but both of those are like a clear glossy plastic, and this just looks so different and so unique. It's very inexpensive, as I mentioned. $27.99 is what I paid for this USD, and Ozhiriz had a $10, I believe, international flat shipping. And it took a little bit to get to me. I think it took like between 2 and 3 weeks. I don't remember exactly, but it was well worth the wait. And for a yo-yo that I can't find anywhere else, I think $10 shipping and, you know, $27.99, totally worth it. And it's comfortable, as I said. It fits in the hand really well. It's not too oversized. It fits in the pocket, especially like I mentioned. The reason that I think this might take the Big Bang out of my #1 spot is because it's actually easy to take everywhere. Whereas the Big Bang is amazing, so fun, so cool, but it's definitely not pocket friendly. It's got the steel ring, as I mentioned, which I think is a really cool addition, not just stylistically, but to give that extra weight to the rim. I have heard around the yo-yo community that plastic yo-yos with a metal insert can actually break easily. They can crack. I know there's some yo-yos like the One Drop Rally where I've heard that cracking is an issue, but I don't know if that'll be the case with this one. I'm not sure how the rings are inserted on the Rally or some of those other yo-yos. I think as long as you're careful with it, it shouldn't even be a problem at all. So I wouldn't even consider that really. But anyway, guys, that's the Boreas Pro. This thing is super cool. You should totally get one. Check out Ozhiriz. It was a really cool website. Actually, I still talk to them on Instagram sometimes. What's up, guys, if you're watching this? And that store was really cool. It was a really easy, painless process to order from them. And as far as I know, they're the only people who have this right now. If there's another site, let me know in the comments, but it's really cool and it's definitely worth the $27.99. I know, and as I mentioned, this is the Pro version. I have seen the Boreas, just the regular Boreas, actually mentioned on Instagram, but I've never seen it for sale anywhere. It looks like that one just has no metal ring, and maybe the finger spin catch zone is a little different. For the price, I wouldn't even hesitate to get the pro version because it's got the ring. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. I really appreciate everybody checking me out. More reviews coming, more tutorials coming. Check out my Instagram, TokYo-Yo Reviews. I'm actually beginning a lot of new followers on there, so if any of you guys are watching, thanks a lot for that. I post a lot of stories, pictures, little movies and stuff on there, so if I don't have a review coming out, you can always check me out over there, and I've got something going on for sure. Thanks for the support, take care, have a wonderful day. Sayonara.